Mic test. Isn't the mic? Woo! I like the spot where it goes. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. Let's see if I can just transition only. Let's give it a listen. Let's give it a listen. Listen, see. Sounds all right to me. Levels seem okay. Ooh. My mic is peaking. My mic is peaking. My mic is peaking a bit. Let's see if we can bring it down some. I think that might be a little better. We dropped it about 1.5 decibels. It's still peaking though. It's still peaking. It sucks that it's peaking. But hey, what am I supposed to do about it? Let's do one of these. Alright, hang that up. Pop this thing on. Well, howdy folks, and welcome back to another Country Fried Minis live stream. Hope y'all doing fantastic this evening. I am kinda manic as heck, actually. So to address that mania, let's get started by going back through the activity feed here. First up on the agenda here, we got I don't know if I've done this one before, but we'll do it.
Stephen Cross subscribed to the channel.
New subscriber Stephen Cross, thank you very much. We also got this right here.
Spencer Good has been in the Steaky Biscuits for 7 months.
7 months of support. Thank you, Mr. Spencer Good. If y'all don't know already, Mr. Spencer Good does some streaming over on the Sod9 channel, doing Tarkov streaming every day. And every now and then I get to hop in there with you. Thank you much for 7 months of support. That's insane. Thank you.
Austin Hosmer subscribed to the channel.
Thank you very much for subscribing, Austin Hosmer.
Black Ed subscribed to the channel.
New subscriber Black Ed, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to this silly little place. And last but not least,
Technoarton has been in the Jelly Biscuits for 8 months.
Thank you so much for 8 months of Jelly Biscuit support. Thank you so much, Blake. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really means a lot. Really means a lot to me that the homies are showing support. I'll do what I can to support as well. Also, howdy folks. I see a wild Comstar Knight 36 and another Nate in the chat. Howdy y'all. Howdy, howdy. Howdy. Hello Sod9. Hello gamers. Hello gamers. Wait, that's not how you start your stream though. You say hello. I do like when he hellos. But I like it even better when we run in and die. Okay, where are we at tonight? Who am I? Am I Cameron? All right, let's pull up the Logitune so I can control my Brio camera. Let's put it about like right there. All right, so those of y'all who know that I've just finished my commission. It's all the way across the room, actually. Finished my commission for those transformers. It got a little close to the wire. So I just finished those off stream and got them done. Not worrying about them. Not worrying about trying to make content out. Just want to get them done and get them out. And they're done. They're going to be off to the client here soon. So tonight, I thought we might continue on Runa, our little Dwarven beauty. Here, let me zoom in on that lath. Support, yes, like a well-buttressed dwarven lance. She is a dwarven lance. I went with the helmeted version, and this is from Archvillain Games. I can't remember exactly. It's probably in the description. If not, it's in the description of the first one. Let's let me do a full screen preview so I can see where we're at. See what I'm showing y'all. So, last time we were here, we got base coated. We were doing Vallejo metal colors on the bands. We did contrast tone on the wood here. Off stream, I put a little color on the stein here at the base, but I think I'm going to need to paint that again. We put some gold on the handle here and metallics on the head. A little bit of work on her hair. Red ruby lips, and we were building up some skin tones and building up some blood beneath the skin, I guess is what I'm going for here. So like her butt, the bottoms of her feet, her elbows and hands have more of a red tone, the face too. So I think what we're going to get into now is maybe glazing this skin down or washing it down to try and unify those colors a little bit. And I think we can get away with a flesh wash. So let's try to do that first. Hey, welcome y'all. Welcome. If y'all aren't familiar with the paint streams, we try to do these every Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST, right here in the Bullshit Corner 2.0. We get a little paint done. Okay. Before we get started, let's go ahead and hydrate this wet palette. It's a little dried out. It's been warm. It's been quite warm here in downtown San Francisco. Yeah, it's been kind of hot actually. I wore my hoodie today and it was a little too much, even with shorts and a hoodie. That was fine. Let's get a fresh sheet on our wet palette here, and we can get to the action. Try and get this lady together. I want to take a moment and mention that something wild has happened in the Country Fried Minis Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord already, consider joining up. There's a link in the description down below. You can also get one through countryfriedminis.com. And I'm sure Nightbot will come through at some point and spam it in the chat. She's pretty good about that, actually. But we were talking a little bit of Project Zomboid. I don't know if y'all are familiar with the game. And got in touch with an old internet friend who ran a server once a time long ago, way back when, and we have revived that server, and we're gonna hang out and play some Project Zomboid. I think Mr. Technor TN is gonna be doing some streaming on it, so I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna play some silly zombie survival game in a kind of a Tarkov'd out world a little bit. I believe we're using the Brita weapons mod, which is just straight up the guns out of Tarkov plus some. There's a whole bunch of map locations. It's RP. It's PvP light, so come on through. Come check it out. Come join the Country Fried Minis Discord and get the deets. Come on in and play with us. We like video games here. Though I think I've started this kind of trend with streaming occasionally with Sod9 and Technor TN. I think going forward we're going to keep the video game content off of the Country Fried Minis channel directly. It's a little, folks aren't here for the video games. But you can keep an eye out for community posts and announcements for when they're happening if you want to get in on some of that. We will probably do some TTRPG stuff though. I'm looking forward to that. Cat, somewhere off in the distance. Another Nate hears a cat meow. It's mewed 20 times now. 20 mews. Alright, so I am not really 100% sure what I want to do for the flesh wash. This could completely break the project, but we're about to run the risk. I think what I'm going to do is take our flesh wash here and thin it down. Alternatively, I could use Crusader skin. It's up here somewhere. I actually don't have a really solid flesh wash other than flesh wash. But I do have this Crusader skin speed paint. And I think we could thin that down and maybe get a more appropriate wash out of it. We'll put them side by side and see how it works. The balls weren't moving around. I had to smack it on the table. All right. Let's get that going. I think we're gonna try the Crusader skin because this flesh wash is very red. Let's here. What's a good way to test this out? Let's squirt a little out side by side and just give them a look-see what we're working with here. So the flesh wash is kind of a ruddy red, and it's a wash. And our Crusader skin, kind of similar in tone, actually. Let's spread some real thin and see what it does. Crusader skin is going to be more, kind of more brown than the flesh wash. Looks like. Let's pull down that flesh wash. This stuff is way more red. I'm very torn. I think we're gonna go Crusader skin because it's also what's the word I'm looking for? It's speed paint 1.0, so if we need to, we can reactivate it with water and move it around after the fact. So let's get on that and start a filming. So just a heads up, y'all, I'm a little tired this evening, much like the last time we were going at this. I may call this at about 2 hours. We'll see. We'll see how it goes on as the night progresses. But either way, we're going to get some progress in and start turning this little Dwarven beauty into a 10-minute mini. I might even have to film the finished model and then ruin this model in the intro to the 10-minute minis segment. But let's get into it. Let's get into it anyways. So first things first, we're going to show to the camera our Crusader skin. I'm going to put a little out. I think we're going to thin it. So let's go about half. Let's go about half with water. What's that? 3 drops. And I'm trying to get out of the habit of stirring this with the back of a paintbrush because I keep tearing my parchment paper. So we're going to use a 2 round to move this stuff around and get it nice and flowy. And let's see how it looks when we apply it to our Dwarven Beauty skin. All right, so again, if y'all recall, we got flesh tone all over. We got the red on her. This might actually not be dark enough now that I'm starting to put it on, but we can probably compensate for that with a few coats. We're just gonna spread it all over. Just get it everywhere. I don't actually recall what colors we use for the skin, so we're gonna make it up as we go, you know? What I'm hoping here is that the properties of the speed paint, especially when thinned down, will work as a kind of unifying agent. Since we took some broad jumps in the skin color between the skin tone and the reds. I think it will, though. Worst case scenario, we screw the whole thing up and I get to repaint it. And that's everybody's favorite. Doing what you've already done once before all over again. Ain't it just the best? Anyhow, hope you're all doing quite well this evening. Having fun in your own individual worlds. Hope your families and loved ones are well. Hope you had a nice dinner, nice breakfast, whatever you're getting up to. Sending a little positivity your way from the Country Fried Minis Bullshit Corner 2.0. And it ain't even bullshit. It's genuine. Okay, I think this might work. This may just work. I think it might take a couple coats, unfortunately. But what we can do here, I think, is to get this applied a little more heavily where we want it, like in the crevices where we want to build up the shadows. And then while it dries, I can move on to cleaning up some stuff on the other parts of the model. Because we're not going to be able to put washes right next to it. They'll run together, you know? But I think that's doing something nice. I like what's happening with the shadows in her cleavage and on the collarbones. Here, let me see if I can't zoom this in and see if y'all agree. Let's get this zoomed in. Yeah, I think it's a nice little bit of detail. Bringing out the shadows between her forearms and her belly. Getting a little more definition in the line between her flesh and the barrel. The small of her back. I think it worked. We might have to do another coat here in a bit, but we won't know for now until we let it dry. Alright, so let's let that dry. Let that dry and do something else in the meantime. Cat. Somewhere off in the distant Comstar night hears cat meow. It's mewed 21 times now. I want to do cat too. I'm going to do cat. I'm going to do cat. Number go up. Is it going to deny me the cat? Nightbot. Nightbot, I'm in charge here. I've been timed out from the cat. No, there it is. Yay. 22 mews. Okay. What can we do in the meantime here? I think what we're going to do, for one, is clean up this extra Crusader flesh here. And actually, let's get a little puddle of water. That fun. Who dis? Low Five's Lisboa. I like it. A little bit of that funk guitar. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Alright, so right here we're taking this little puddle of water and we're going to clean up some of the spillover of our Crusader flesh. Because I really don't need that on the barrel. And unfortunately, the speed paints as opposed to the GW contrast colors are really, really flowy. So if you're negligent like I just was, they can absolutely flow a little bit out of your control. Just a bit. Oops, that's the wrong thing. So we're going to use some water and take advantage of their water-soluble quality, the reactivation, and just use a little bit of water to remove it as best we can from where we don't want it. I think I may go back in with another coat of brown and clean up the barrel anyways, because we got a little spillover. I don't know if y'all can see it. A little bit of spillover of flesh tone right there, so I think we're going to have to touch this thing up anyways. Let's pull out that little bit of extra stuff off this. Lisboa. Very nice. Just water cleanup. That is indeed just water to clean up. Now, let me take a moment to mention that these are the Speed Paint 1.0 line, so they have the reactivation issue. It is a pain if you're doing layers over top of them. From time to time, you can inadvertently reactivate them. Like I had problems with the Optimus Prime. The ink medium was reactivating it. But if you can find some, I think they're worth getting the 1.0 in your collection for the reactivation properties. Every now and then you do need that. Yay, brown gerene. It is brown gerene. There's a little bit about brown gerene. No, this one's more red gerene. It's a little bit red gerene. You know what I mean? It's a little bit red gerene. Little bit. Just a bit. And we're gonna sop up the extra here because I don't need it no more. And we can move on to another color here. I said I don't need it, and I immediately need it. Whatever. I can put more out. Okay. So next on the agenda tonight, I think I want this stein to be a nice classic pale-ish color. A wood color of some rapport. I think we could get away with either this tan earth or... I know I have another brown up here. I have so many browns now. We got this German camo pale brown. We've got flat brown. We've got khaki. We've got flat earth. We've got German camo medium brown. What else? We got Middlestone. Ooh, you know, Middlestone, maybe a little bit too greeny. I don't think we want the greeniness. But one of these might work well. I'm kind of liking flat earth for this application. It's actually my favorite Vallejo color of all of them. Proof that the flat earth exists, just it's this and not actually a flat earth. Okay. So let's zoom this back out. Let's bust out our good old wobbly pal. Get this a good preliminary shake, I think. Sand golem. Sand golem. Is that a color? Is sand golem a color in itself? We're gonna... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, can y'all see that this thing is spinning around here? It's also walking across the desk. I'm not doing that. Flat Earth immediately became my number one as soon as I saw it. Yeah, it's a very good brown. And actually this... So I have two Flat Earths here. So check this out. Yeah, it's a 1.0 speed paint. Oh, I see. No, we can't do speed paint here because I need to cover over with opacity. So check this out. I've got some Panzer Series 70.983 Flat Earth, and then I've got some regular model color 70.983 Flat Earth. And they are ever so slightly different. Somehow. The batch has some inconsistency. I don't know, can y'all see? Can y'all tell that? Can y'all see the difference? I can. I can absolutely see the difference between the two. This one's a little richer, a little more brownier. This one's a little tanner. A little more not rich brown. And I think, although this color is wrong, I think in this certain application, this one's closer to a wood tone, and we can utilize that. think we're gonna. I think we're going to. So for that, let's give us a drop of water and mix it up. Oh, what am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm lifting these off my palette. It looks like I'm wiping a butt. It's poopy. Okay, I need to film this. Nightbot coming in with the first factoid of the evening. Saying if you point your car keys to your head, it increases the remote signal range. I call BS. Nonsense. You calling me an antenna, Nightbot? I think Nightbot just made a falsehood there. I have to wonder if there's some studies on that. All right, I'm gonna change camera angle for this. Let's see how it goes. All right. I wonder if I should just show both of these to the camera. I think I'm gonna. Hit record. We show both of these to the camera. We wave this one around a bit, then we wave that one around a bit. And then we're gonna go with this one. And put a little dribble on the palette there. Yes, just a dribble. Yep, it works. I'll even test it on one of the old Top Gear episodes. You know, I wonder if that fact came right out of a Top Gear episode. Then I bet you it did. It's due to the half wavelength of the radio transmitter, and Kyle Hill did it too. You're telling me this is such common knowledge that people have to have tested it out and confirm this silliness? I am incredulous. I have personal incredulity here. I think these channels are collectively scamming us. This is too thin. I made this too thin. Let me put a little bit more in there. I do like a good Kyle Hill video every now and then. And Top Gear, you know, I should maybe know it if it's Top Gear. I love me some Top Gear. Not the... I can do without those fillers. It ain't the same. They should have called it something different. Although I'm sure Richard Hammond would be proud of the boys in America with their American cars. I've done it on many occasions. My kids get a kick out of it. Yeah, that's an excellent dad trick. Holy moly, that's good. Oh yeah, well I call gas on you. What? Gas on me? Like light? Like gas light? Let me take another moment to put a solicitation for your participation in the Discord. If you're finding this via the algorithm after the fact, or if you're lurking here now, consider joining our community over the Country Fried Minis Discord. You get in on some more personable interaction and inside jokes. Maybe even the occasional contest. Mostly, we hang out and we play video games, though. You know what you've done. What? What are you talking about? I don't know anything. What? Alright, so we're taking just a little bit of flat earth. I'm not pleased with the results of... Can't remember what color I used here. But it's just, it's not very satisfying. We're going to put a little bit of opaque on it and bring it to life. Get this This little stein looking distinct from the barrel. I mean, they're both wood. They're kind of the same texture. In fact, it almost looks like the sculptor used the same texture and just shrunk it down, which is how I would have done it. But let's clean that up. What can we do from here? I think we need another coat of gold on our gold. And if I recall correctly, we used that GW gold. So because of that, I'm going to use not the GW gold and gaslight the audience. I have returned, says Sod9. Well, howdy. Welcome back to the Countrified mini stream here in the Bullshit Corner 2.0. I ought to turn on the camera, the other camera, just have it facing right here. I think it'd be kind of funny. There is a Top Gear like YouTube series called Car Trek. It's fun, not Top Gear, but still fun. Nice. I'll have to check it out. I will have to check it out. Check it out, yeah. All right, so we're gonna show our Vallejo Oro to the camera. We're gonna get Oni Lab out. Yes. Yes. Turn on the other camera, point it at a screen displaying itself. I could do that. Let's see what that looks like. It's actually just... I'm gonna point the camera at the little monitor I monitor everything on. Let's just do that. That'll be fun. Let's get silly with it. No. Please don't copyright claim me. Alright, so we get this thing pointed back here. I wonder if that cable has enough give. It might not. Let's see. And then we'll do this. And we'll do that. And then we do that. And we clamp this down. And we clamp this down. Will that do it? Will that do it? Now if I turn on desk cam and then aim it in the right direction. No, it's getting so much reflection. Y'all can actually see why I struggle so bad to see this thing. Oh my god, welcome to the Country Fried mini stream where we get absolutely nothing done ever, because all we do is fuck around. And that's it. Ain't nothing else going on. Definitely no paint going on here. Alright, and then we clamp that and we clamp this, and the whole thing has kind of come unscrewed a little bit. So I need to tilt it like that, and then I clamp it in place, and then we turn this thing on like that, and then we do the full screen projector. Yeah. Imagine painting your minis over an infinite screen, just paint on top of a screen LMAO, replace the cry cut mat with a screen displaying the hand cap. Genius. Yeah, that actually sounds really fun. Yeah, check us out. So I have to lean in to see this thing, because you see that reflection, that nice reflection on that thingamabob? And then I'm looking at the screen most of the time like that. Most of the time like that. It's bad. It's really bad. And now I gotta look over a camera to see it. Holy moly. we get tired and go home before we get to the fighting out stage. Yeah, it's the fuck around stream. Tobias is here with a morning in the chat. Well, howdy, Tobias. Hope you're doing well. We have been doing some progress towards zombie game since I last saw you. Half serious, not serious idea. Have you considered spraying the whole screen with a matte coat? No, it's a touch screen. Nope, it is a touch screen, and I use the touch screen. I also need to film putting this gold on the palette. So let's return to paint. Let's return to the paint. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh yes, Zomboid. Unfortunately, the mods are loaded in now, and you just anything you had before the mods got loaded in, it's gone. You're just gonna have to start over. But they're loaded in. In theory, that shouldn't hurt it. I mean, yeah. I don't know if I trust chat on this. You're bad influence, chat. Alright, so we're showing the gold to the camera. We're pulling this into frame. We're putting a big old squirt of gold. There we go. And then we need to thin it. But we're going to thin it with medium, I think, and water. I want to see you just reach over with a spray can and spray. I mean, you know, I'm just going to lose my deposit if I do that. What's the worst that could happen? They're not going to evict me. All right, 2 drops of medium. I actually just broke the little tabby-do on this thing. And then I think we're going to do 2 drops of water as well. Bink and Bach. Where is my camera? Right there. Right there, by the way. But it would be safer to use a square contact paper. I mean, I could just fight the glare and move my head around still. And I think that's the safest option. Keep doing things as they are within the status quo. Oh my god, this stuff did something weird with the medium. It's got like a color to it that ain't right. What's going on here? I guess it's... What the hell? It did something strange. It did something very strange. I guess it's streaks of not color mixing through it. Whatever. We'll use it. What the hell? Maybe my paintbrush was dirty. I mean, knowing me, that's definitely the case. Nightbot coming in with a factoid again, claiming that it snowed in the Sahara Desert for 30 minutes on February 18th, 1979. Man, how mad would you be? How absolutely pissed off would you be if you were a local to the Sahara and it finally snowed and you got 30 minutes of snow? That's hollandaise. You ain't fooling me. What if it is hollandaise? What are you gonna do about it? You gonna report me to YouTube? Alright, so we're just gonna take our thinned out gold mixture here and we're gonna start spreading it all over this here handle, and we'll probably have to do like 4 coats of it because the coverage is really bad. But honestly, the coverage is about the same as the GW paint I was using. Can't remember what it's called. I don't even see it. There it is. It is Auric Armor Gold. It's a nice color, but really bad coverage. can't say I'm a fan of the GW golds or GW metallics in general. Plus, I mean, how are you going to compare any metallic to Vallejo model color model air? What's it called? Vallejo metal color airbrush colors. They're just the best. Pretty sure I sent someone one of those. Never you take such immaculate care of your tool. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you definitely could paint with hollandaise. It's not much different than what they used to paint the Sistine Chapel, right? Oh, that's tempera. Yeah, I guess it kind of is. It's egg whites and pigment. Dude, can you imagine the smell? It's awful. Pretty sure there's some tempera work at the Legion of Honor in San Francisco. Very cool museum, worth checking out. I think we're gonna try to put a little bit of gold on the rims of her horns here. A little bit of farty scent going on. I don't know about y'all, but I like my scent very farty. The fartier, the better. Damn, this is proving to be a pain in my ass to paint right here. I think I need to turn off the camera and get in on it real close like. Pigments bound in a water-soluble emulsion such as water and egg yolk, or an oil and water emulsion such as oil and whole egg. TLDR hollandaise. You don't care much for synthetic farts. I see. Let's do this full screen. Alright, let me get back out my tiny little brush and try to get some of this gold on just the rim underneath the horn here. I'm kind of struggling with this, y'all. I almost think I need to do it full strength and not thinned at all. But you know what? While we have the tiny brush out, let's apply some very targeted gold. Ooh, I like this track. Who this? Future Joust Sunset Drive. Does this sound like a Sunset Drive to y'all? Looking at tempera paints on Google Images now, and man, it's satisfying to look at big sets of paint. Tempera, the like modern tempera? That's wild. Absolutely wild. I would think it's a extinct method of painting. Shows what I know. You know, I'm noticing that I didn't paint this lady's ears. I did not paint her ears. And I don't know what color I used. Do y'all remember what color I used? I don't. You can buy whole liquid ones or pigment sets for making your own. Really neat. There's even Crayola washable tempera. Ah, yes. Crayola washable tempera for when you want to let the kids paint on the walls. Did I use cadmium skin? I don't think so. Did I use cadmium skin? Did I use pale flesh? Yet, I don't remember what color of skin I used. Little people. I almost feel like it was a... Damn, what color skin did I use? I want to say it was like a mid-tone with some ivory mixed into it. I'm gonna have to do a little experimentation here. Let's get out some heavy skin tone. Was it heavy skin tone? It doesn't quite look like it. It wasn't pale flesh because it's too white. No, flat flesh. Wait. Flat flesh. And yes, I see look up. Yeah, I can't see the look up until I look up. Flat flesh. Flat flesh. Flat flesh. Thank you. Someone who paid attention. Extra gold star for you. Also, that is how Michelangelo got his start. Indeed, with Crayola washable tempera at home on the wall. And you know, that's not too far off base either, because paint in that era was painted directly into the plaster. So it was indeed tempera on the wall, but the washable style. Crayola. Dude, what? I feel like there's a short story in that. Like a sales rep for Crayola going back in time to get young artists started up with a starter kit. They just pay in gold or something. And the guy like buries it at a very specific location. Imagine walking in the room pissed as fuck at your son for painting on the wall, but like it's the Mona Lisa. Imagine the same thing, only it's Saturn Devours His Son by, what's his name? De Goya? Those were painted on the wall. And painted on the wall in his house. He turned into like a recluse. All right. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nate. I forgot I even own this color already. 6:48. We're almost an hour in. See if we can't make some serious headway on this model. We're gonna show our flat flesh to the camera. We're gonna pull out Onilab, and we're gonna put our skin-toned rod into the pink mound. Just kidding, YouTube. It's a joke. What? What are you talking about? It's a joke. Did YouTube attack you for something? Drywall is cheap and I'm decent with mud. Alright. Let's get weird with it, y'all. Let's get weird with it. I'm gonna take a little bit of our flat flesh. I probably don't actually need to film this bit. I'm just correcting some mistakes from before, but let's get a little work in on it, y'all. While we listen to, who is this? Who'd this be? Ben Elson's Dark Wave. Ben Elson's Dark Wave. So what about one of these here? Can I get that aimed up where I want it? How about right there? Oh, right there. What am I looking for? Chat, help me. Help me, chat. Help me, chat. What am I doing? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's actually get desk cam turned back into desk cam. I think this needs to kind of come out here. Yeah. That maybe. And then this gets locked down. And then this gets picked up. Yeah. Hey, Nightbot finally coming through, telling folks, come on over to the Country Fried Discord and share your work. We love to see your work. We'd also love to play some video games with you. If you're interested in playing Escape from Tarkov, MechWarrior 5, Project Zomboid. Project Zomboid is the man of the hour right now. We're about to get into some shenanigans on a server. Plus, we'd love to just see your work and hang out with you. We do voice chat hangouts just about every night, most of the time after the streams, though. So come on through. Tell us your funny jokes. Get yourself banned. I'm kidding about that last part. Don't come in there and get banned. But do come. And show your the work you're proud of, so we can all heap on the praise. All right, I am cleaning out this brush with a little bit of acetone. Because it is kind of gunky. And it's got some gold flakes in it. And I want to make sure to destroy the gold with chemical solvent before attempting to use it on this skin tone. Did y'all catch the absolute state of my desk when I was moving that camera around? Pick this up. Pick this up. This is, yeah, just paints everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. All over you. Okay. We're getting a little bit of the flat flesh out. And this is fine anyways, because we're about to do a highlight tone with this, I think. But first, let's clean up these ears that I just completely missed. Ooh, this is a good one. Ava Lowe's Through the Prism. Alright, so we're going to take our flat flesh and we're going to try to really lean around the camera so I can see what I'm doing and apply it to this little pointy dwarf ear. He has very pointy little dwarf ears. Since when do dwarves have pointy ears? This one does. Just gonna get some of that flat flesh on there. And she's even got another little earring on that ear that will need some something. I think we're gonna feather out our flat flesh here as well. Feather it out onto the jawline. I want to kind of keep her cheekbones reddish. And then underneath here, I don't even think I got primer on that. So we're going to run some flat flesh up the back here. It's like her cheekbone that I missed. And the ear up underneath the horn. Is that in frame for y'all? I hope so. There we go. There we go. Looking a little better. I think this one could stand to get shadowed down a little bit. Just want to get some skin tone there. She does have ears. She's got ears sticking up out of her hat. Ooh. Ooh. Low 5. I like where it goes. Be-doo-doo-doo. right there. I should say la 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 la. All right, so we got a little bit of flat flesh on the ears now. And I think what we're gonna do is while we have the flat flesh out, we're gonna use some thinned flat flesh and we're gonna put on some more highlights in certain spots. Top of her shoulders, across the collarbones, the tendon in her neck, down the jawline. Just want to bring out anywhere we had that flat flesh that we tamped down with the Crusader skin. Across the top of her thigh there. All right. Maybe kind of across the shoulder here a bit too. On the calf muscle there. So just put a little on and then I lick most of it off the brush, and I'm using my now saliva sodden brush to kind of move it around and feather it out. There we go. Got a little droplet of gray on her heel here. Let's try to make that no longer gray. I think we need to mix in some of that red color we used before again. Yeah, I think we do. Is it still in frame? Yeah. Now I need to think about what red I mixed in to make her skin so pink. Assuming it's just some kind of red. Maybe it was flesh wash. Animu dwarfs occasionally have pointy earballs. Good to know. Sod 9 says going in Lighthouse again off stream. Big risk streams without recording rip. Man, I want to play Tarkov with you, man. I want to play Tarkov. I want to play Tarkov. Maybe tomorrow. I got Zomboid to play tonight. Alright, we're going to close Deskcam. We're going to close Deskcam here. Really regard our model for a second. I think we need to mix up a bit of the red tone again. But for now, let's try and get some little dots of color on her. You know, right in between the fingers where you don't want the color. Naturally. Now, I want to get a little bit of the skin tone on the fingers. Just on those knuckles. On the digitals, you know. And anywhere we put a little extra on, we want to feather it out. Some right here as well. Now I think what I want to do is, yeah, like I've said 3 times now. I think I want to work in a little bit of our red color. A little bit of our red. So we can highlight up our red areas. And you know, I say that, but we could deepen the shadows first. I like the belly, forearm, tricep, tops of her breasts, jawline again, collarbone, all that good stuff. Everywhere the skin is pulled tight. Oh, well, I guess not everywhere skin's pulled tight, just some of it. I have something weird and like gray going on here. So I'm going to put some of this paint on kind of opaque. I think we need to pull that gray back out with some flesh tone, and then we'll put in some flesh wash afterwards. There's also some gray stuff going on in her eye right here. Try to pick it out real quick. I hope y'all can see that decently. I know it's little tiny details I'm working on. I'm trying to be cognizant of what y'all can see and what details are just too small. I almost feel like I need a dang old miniature microscope here so we can get some better fidelity on these shots. Yeah, just flesh wash. You didn't do other sin treatments. Yes, sin treatment indeed. I mean, is it really a sin to enjoy the buxom curves of a dwarven lady? It's a very fun model. I kind of regret not doing it in bigger scale, but you know, I'm kind of enjoying working on a small pinup here. All right, I'm going to mix up a little bit of flesh wash here. I'm not going to worry about filming this because it's just like a cleanup step. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our flat flesh, set it kind of off to the side, and we're going to mix in flesh wash until we got a nice reddy tone. That will work as a nice highlight for our... I don't know, I don't think that's the right color there. I know I used flesh wash, but I don't think that's the red. I feel like there was some actual red that got used. Because that's kind of making a gray, and we don't need that. If you fail to praise her correctly. Ah, yes. You know, I have another model by this producer that we can paint at some point. Did we use flat red? I want to say flat red is the color that got used. It kind of looks right. Yeah, I think that's what we're using. Flat red. And then we get Onilab back out. And we get Onilab to shake it. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little flat red out. That looks correct. Let's see if we can't do something with that. Take a little of our flat red, a little bit of our... Yep, that's it. That's the color. I knew it. I want to make a nice pinky highlight tone for our red areas. Very light version of that red we made before. I might glaze in some of the red too and make a darker tone. We're just going to work this back and forth until we get a nice highlight tone. There we go. If you hadn't thrown your previous parchment sheet out. Yeah, well, I guess the thing is, Amazon sent me that extra one because I complained. And because of that, I've been a little bit liberal with the use of it. Yeah, this is looking good. Actually, that's not red enough. A little bit more red. A bit more red, Pinky. We need to highlight our red areas. This is that track that goes ba-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da. Told you. I like this one a lot. Who dis? You'd think I know these songs by now. In Tough Love? Oh, it's Lupus Nocti, of course. I do love me some Lupus Nocti, dude. I like these tracks that have like indistinct voice. Like that's a sample of some lady saying something, but is she actually saying anything? No. It's kind of like electronic noise. All right, so a little bit of highlight on the butt, a little bit of highlight on the ankles, on the feet. Elbows, triceps, cheekbones. This knee, this elbow. Where else? I think this cheekbone needs to be more pinkish. Actually, I think we need to even go to a darker tone and kind of reestablish this one. All right, we'll put the lighter tone over top. The nose needs to be like this pinkish reddish. Take a little bit of the highlight color, put it on the tip of the nosy. Yeah, the face is looking all right. Looking decent. And actually, ears should be kind of red too, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Uh-oh. Maximum recording time reached. What? SD card full. What? No way. What? No. Nonsense. How is this? What? Oh. That explains it. I have the entirety of the Mad Cat episode stored in footage. What time is it? 6:10? I want to keep painting. I want to put another hour in. I wonder if I could just put some in the internal storage, if that's okay. Man, that really sucks. I can delete a whole bunch of footage. That's what I'm gonna do. Boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, beep. Delete. Goodbye. Move to trash. And then I need to save the footage of painting the little pinup. All right, so I think, let's see, how much is it gonna let me record now? It'll let me do some. Let's try and be real sparing with the footage now. Yeah, I forgot to pull the footage from the Mad Cat off. This little lad here, he came out great. Came out real good if y'all didn't catch that stream. I think I'm gonna do another stream like this sometime soon. Maybe even this Friday. We'll see. Might be a weekend thing. I like the idea of painting a model start to finish with early. Video eats the memory banks. Yeah. Especially when I'm recording in 4K. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna not record painting the ears right now. Let's try and just keep the shots to where it's important. Like when I put out a new color or something. I can make this work. This is just a 10-minute mini anyways. Alright, so I'm sitting here thinking the ear kind of needs to be red and not flesh tone. Or reddish. So we're gonna push it into the flat red territory. Here, let me try to zoom in actually. Close. Pop this open bow, we'll grab that, we'll go in like this. We'll even do the sharper angle. So we've got the ear pushed into a more reddish realm. Damn, that sharpness just like blows the camera out. I wonder if I can get away with bringing that down some. The image adjustments. Let's pull that sharpness down to right there. Is that like super blurry now? It is kinda. Just can't believe this camera just like it just goes to show you webcams are not made for capturing little small details. Alright, so we gotta boost the saturation. No. I'm moving the wrong thing around. I am stupid. Boost the sharpness. And then I guess what I gotta do is go back out to the 90-degree field of view. And you'll be able to half-ass see what I'm doing here. We've taken the ear and we pushed it into red. And now we're gonna work in our lighter reddish tones. Working our lighter red tones. We're gonna push our tones into the pinky territory. Yeah, there we go. And now she's got ears that make more sense. Especially with the weight of that helmet pushing down on them. They'd be pretty red. There we go. Looks a lot better. But she dwarf, you shouldn't make her orc. She got no tusks. No. You're right. I'm not gonna do that. I did want to try to push things though with the use of reds. It's a technique I've seen happen, well, honestly a lot with orc skin, now that you mention it, where the models are kind of, they're green, they're yellowy green, but then they have like pinks and purples and, you know, blood flow under the skin. And we're just gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna take our lighter and lighter tones and make it very pinky. And this one gets highlights on the cheekbone and the tip of the nosy. There we go. Cool. Looking all right. I need to get in here real quick and clean up her lips a bit. Sorry. I gotta get really close to see what I'm doing here. There we go. All right. I think our next step here is to mix a little bit of ivory. A little bit of ivory in here and do at least one pass of a highlight color on the flesh. On the flat flesh. We got the nice shadows, we got the pinks, we got the red areas. Yeah. We got something going on here I don't really like. Let's try to blend that some. And then we'll take a little bit of flesh and we'll wet blend the edge of that. Kind of stir them together. There we go. All right. I know I have ivory around here somewhere. Where the heck is it? Are you up here, Ivory? Hello? That's dark sand. Excuse me. That's white. What have I done with that color? I don't see it. Is this you right here? Aha, it is. It is. People don't spend a whole minute thinking about how an orc's physiology would result in green skin. They obviously have blue blood. No, that's just all the chloroplasts in their skins. And then, you know, Games Workshop gets it even more wrong in that orcs are like, they're fungal, but they also have chlorophyll in their skin, which makes no sense. That said, I do love the aesthetic of the mushrooms in the orcs and goblins. All right, let's put the ivory thing in the pink mound and give it a good stir. And we're gonna mix in a little bit of ivory. We're gonna drop in a drop of water. One drop of water right there. Boink. Damn, this is a good track too. Who is this? Oh, of course, it's Ben Elson. Some fungi do photosynthesis. You're telling me there's green mushrooms? You calling me a green mushroom there? They just don't also green. Oh. Okay. All right, so we're gonna make a pale highlight tone here, and then I think I'm also gonna take a little bit of the ivory and mix it in over here. Just got attacked by a fly. It just flew in and bumped into my arm and took off again. What an asshole. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's mix up our highlight tones here. You got like a really nice bright pinkish tone and then a really bright fleshy tone. Funny, it's basically pale flesh, but you know, probably less chalky. All right, set that to the side. Let's pull this over here and get a little bit of footage. Little bit of footage of highlighting this up. Don't need much. Again, we're thinking about where the light is going to hit our last. Try to put it where it makes sense and not overdo it, because we're just developing highlight tones now. So top of the thigh, top of the shoulder, top of the morning, top of the breasts, all them usual suspects. Alright, that's enough footage of it. And we can go back to work. Back to week. Alright. And then I'm just putting a little on and then licking my brush and feathering it around where it makes sense. Trying to keep it where it makes sense and only where it makes sense. We'll do less on this leg because it's more in shadow because of the hair. Feather it out. We want a little bit on this forearm, but not much because it's in the shadows of her heaving chest. And then a little bit on the top and bottom of the belly, but not much because we want to accentuate the shape, but not have it, you know, make no sense. And then same with the knuckles. We're gonna gently scratch all these little knuckles, the fingertips, with our light, pale, fleshy tone. And I think we actually need to do the fingertips in just the pale flesh, or the flat flesh. And, you know, make sure to get some in the wrong spot, so we have to make corrections as well. That's the most important step. Screw up. I'm being facetious there, but I'm also like throwing that out there as a tip to folks who are getting into mini painting. Make mistakes. Try things. You're gonna grow by screwing up. Alright, we want a little bit on the shoulder blade, a little bit on the musculature of the small of her back. Okay. A little bit here, a little bit there. And then we're gonna take our pinky highlight tone and we're gonna highlight the red area. So tip of the kneecap, cheekbones, tip of the nose, nostril flare. Also need to be thinking about an eyeshadow color. Actually, now I'm sitting here thinking about it. Thinking like a steely color, like a blue-gray. I think that would make the most sense. Something in the blue range would definitely provide nice contrast to her orange hair. All right, let's put a little bit of highlight on her butt, right there where the light hits it. A little bit of highlight on the elbows. Elbows and triceps. There we go. Looks pretty good to me. I think we may be done with the skin. I could do another layer. Yeah, I'll do a little brighter on some of the spots. but just very small, like specular highlights. So like a little bit on the tops of her hooters. Feather it out, of course. A little bit on the shoulder, the ball of the shoulder here. Tiny bit on the collarbone towards the inside. A little bit on that, on her neck. Some on the jawline, but not much. Actually, that's too white, so let's cover that over. Alright, and then a little bit on this shoulder. Right there. Put it on, feather it around. Looking decent. I think her cheekbone could use a small touch of the lightest tone right here. Same on that side. Tip of the nose. There we go. Looking alright. Looking alright. It's okay. Okay, so now I think what we want to do is try to do a little bit of corrective work here. So I think I need to take a little bit of this brownish tone. Come on, come out of there, brother. What? This is clogged. No. Let's unclog it. There we go. Just a little bit of German camo medium brown, and we're going to use it to correct a spillover that was right there. Got a little bit of the flesh tone on that barrel, and I think it's a decent color match. We just want to put in some brown before we go back in with a wash. Okay. What's next? I'm going to take a little bit of the gold we have and try to paint just that little ring in her ear. Still don't really know what to do with this hammer here on the base. I think we might just leave it that gray tone, honestly. I like it. Tiny painting my hand shake for you. Yeah, I shake like crazy. So I feel that. I think what we're gonna do is take our brown tone here that we have out from before, and we're going to use it to highlight her outfit. And we'll also use it to base coat the horns, and that way we kind of do the whole like unification of the palette with the brown that we already have out. We do this right here. Is that in shot? I'm sorry. She's got like patterns on her boobs. On her boob holders, I should say. We're gonna try to pick out that pattern here. Just want like a simple leather outfit, kinda. I feel like a dwarf would be kind of pragmatic about her outfit a little bit. Just let her body do the talking instead of like ostentatious outfits. I'm just going to try to keep them very plain looking. There's a pattern here. I'm going to try very carefully not to get any of this, whatever color this is, the flat earth, in the crevices. And we can take the same color and highlight her thong, which also has a pattern on it. Very small little details. So this whole time I'm using a 20-0 liner to get this work done. Keep it very sharp. And it's small enough. The barrel is oddly a highlight of this mini. Breathing and bracing is a good remediation for shaking, unless you also have a shaky tape. Yeah. You're right. Take a breath. Take a breath and pull your line. Also, welcome, Nathan. Barrel is oddly highlighted. Yeah, I love it. It's a really, really fun little detail. Very fun model. There's another one I like a lot by this sculptor. It's like a draconian lady. And she's sitting on a big, like, dragon skull in a very similar pose. But because she's, for one, she's a dragon, so she's no boobies. I think it's a really good detail. And she's got built-in high heels from being a dragon as well, which I thought was really, really fun. All right, so there's some clasps going on her little outfit here that are a surprising detail that I'm going to need to paint. Just try and get her looking decent. I think here in a moment too we'll do a little bit of maybe an Agrex Earthshade. Barrels and cake, yeah. Hey, I have huge mugs. You should buy an ale. Yeah, I mean, yeah, look at the size of that. Come on now. Look at the size of that. It's awesome. Big old mug. Let's put another coat of brown on this while we have this color out. Let's really reinforce that. We're gonna ink wash it here in a moment. I see some thin spots of the color I want to clean up. Clean that up. Hope that's in shot for y'all. Trying to be cognizant of it. I tend to drift while I'm painting. Man, the rain here just opened up. It's like a sideways power wash up here. Oof. Well, I hope you don't have to go out in it for nothing. Somehow gotten white paint on the top of her head. It's like thick caked paint too, like globs of it. Pull that off. What else do we need to base coat while we're here? Oh yeah, the horns. Let's do that same trick of unifying our brown palette. And we're just going to paint those horns with the same brown. Same brown. I can't actually like overstate the importance of this. You know, it can be, if you have a big selection of brown colors, it could be very tempting to paint every little detail, every leather, every wood, weapon handles, hair, whatever you're painting brown. It could be very tempting to paint them all in their own unique tones. And very quickly, your palette can become too complex and overwhelming for the eye at this scale. So it's always a good idea to think about tying your colors back and simplifying the palette. You can still make them unique browns, but if you start with the same base color and just switch up the highlight tones a little bit, you can make them look still quite different, but tie them together. Make that palette a little easier for your intended audience to digest. Alright, there we go. I think I'm going to put another coat on her brassiere. I didn't quite pick out the details well enough. I'm out in it, lol, porch scoping. Nice. She's very confident in displaying her mugs. Well, there's a mug here. Well, two mugs. This mug and then her mug. Alright, so here we have very shallow lines next to all these details. So what I want to do is just try to get the color up to the line as close and as tight as possible. We want that gap very small between the areas. You know, don't beat yourself up if yours doesn't close as tight as other painters. You know, just comparison is the destroyer of joy, after all. My work is very middling, for instance. Just do the best you can. Breathe and have a good time. Paint something fun. And when you're done painting it, come on over to the Country Fried Minis Discord and share what you're working on. We've got a fantastic community of painters and hobbyists. Be more than happy to praise what you're working on, as well as give you some hot tips on how to improve. Another Nate says, I think I used all of 5 colors on my orc dad, not counting the metals. Yeah, that's the way. It is the way. Very fun model, by the way. There's a little detail here that's so fine, I can't decide if it's a layer line or a sculpted bit. I think it's a layer line. There we go. I'm gonna do a second coat on the horns. Second coat on the horns. second coat on the outfit here. We'll get ready to highlight those up here in a moment. All right, now I think we're going to continue highlighting that, but it just hit me that I have the perfect color for eyeshadow. If I could find where I set it down. We also have an assortment of punsters and nigh obscene humor fountains. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Points at Nate. Yeah, it is. I think that's fair. Another Nate. Between the Nates. Yeah. Nigh obscene is the word. I'm going to paint a little bit of black on the back of this handle real quick before we move forward. Where are we sitting at time-wise? 7:42? I think we'll highlight up her little bikini, and I think I'm going to call it. Because I am tired. I've been up since too early, and I want to kick back and play some relaxing zombie game. So, if any of y'all out there are not members of the Country Pad Minis Discord and you want to play some Project Zomboid, come on over. Come hang out. I think we're going to wrap this up here shortly. Do a 2-hour stream instead of the 3-hour usual. Just because I'm tired. Yep, I'd have been banned by now anywhere else. Oh, I mean, Country Fried Minis has very few and simple rules. And I don't think you're in any kind of danger of screwing that up. I think I want to highlight this with not white. Do I have like a tan? Do I have a light tan I could use? I know I do. I know I have something that'll work. Yeah, let's use buff. Let's use buff. Let's use buff. Buff it up. Buff. Let's use some buff. A little bit of buff. Yeah, buff, good color. What is this track? Low Five's Katana. Me gusta mucho. Ba-da, ba-da. She's gonna get buff. I saved most of my NSFW for the Discord when I get over there, though. Well, we also have an NSFW section for those of you who want to share spicy memes, fun pinup models. It's all good stuff. It is very welcome. All right, we're going to take our buff here and make a nice lighter version of Flat Earth. I think that'll do right there. You'll probably see nothing but reflection there. That's fine though. Where's my paintbrush? Is this it? That is it. She is gonna get buff. A little bit of buff on her outfit here. This can't be the same brush. When did I pick up black with this brush? Oh, right there. You see what I mean? My brain done turned to mush, y'all. I've been up way too long today. Been up way too long. And I tell you, ain't nothing like getting up immediately out of bed and then walking for a mile to go move your car. And then you get up there and there's no parking spots at all. So you then drive downtown and pay for a meter all day. Between the Nates is a solid band name, at least a sitcom that gets canceled 3 episodes in. Oh, and there will be at least one rabid fan lambasting the network execs for canceling on y'all. Acetone tastes really bad. Oh, it tastes really bad. Just gonna say, acetone does not taste good. Is not a good flavor. Do not drink acetone. Try not to lick your brush after you put acetone on it. Just saying. It's nasty. We're gonna put a little buff in there. Love this track. Look at this, Love 5's Left Hand. This is another great one. Bum, 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 no. Damn, it's a good track. I know we keep recycling a whole lot of music, but man, some of the tracks in this playlist are so good. I need to try and expand it some. I'll try and add another, like, I don't know, 50 songs or so. I know they're out there. There we go. Let's also highlight the thing here. Slice of life anime or gang, and then it's a global hit. Yeah. But I want the, like, the muscle bro scenes in that too. Big flex. That's all I need out of it. Are you talking like overtly homoerotic or very subtle? Because both have their place in media. As a Space Marine player, I am very partial to the subtle homoeroticism. Okay, that looks decent. We'll put a little bit more up here. All right. I think I'm going to take this next tone down as well. We'll do a whole nother layer of highlight. Kind of towards the front and the middle on her booby holders. That's looking pretty good. And then same back here. Take the next tone down and put a little bit where the raised areas kind of go at the top of her butt. A little bit here at the small of the back. Damn, if I could hit the spot. I want a little bit on these patterns as well. Like so. Yep, there we go. A little bit on these little buckles. And then I realize I missed this spot, so we'll go back to the previous buff tone. I'll pick that out right there. And then the lighter buff tone. We'll hit that edge. I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's looking pretty good. Main character is actually straight girls crushing on both of us. Yes, exactly. I've seen this anime. Snort it goes down easier. No. Absolutely not. Nightbot coming through with another factoid saying when dinosaurs roamed the earth, they lived on every continent, including Antarctica. Yeah, it's because all the continents were like one big continent. Duh. Probably be a non-sexual romance. That's fair. All right, before we call it, because I'm about to call it, I want a little bit of this color. I'm also a little concerned about the space on this card. I deleted some footage, but not much. All right, let's do this last color before we call it. So I'm going to use Azure, which is a really fun tone that came in that that basics, that Vallejo basics. Let's mix up our Azure. Probably be a non-sexual, romantic, intimate, and sensual, but no proof home bases even on the field. Oh yeah, no, exactly. Painfully subtle at times. But not even implied. It's like, it's there. It's there for fans to like put their own story to it, but it's not actually written in at all. The guys are just disinterested. Reminds me of there was a character in High School Rumble that he was oblivious to the girls who were crushing on him, and like there'd be scenes of them like and what showing what they're thinking about, and he's just thinking about Curry. 2 more lighthouse tasks down and some big players done this time for real. Flat out stated but not enforced exactly. Yo, 9, I want to get in on you. Get in with you at some point soon. Hit me up. Hit me up next couple of days. I want to play game. I want to play game. I want to do silly things. I want to shout the shakabarigum at the scavies. Make some monies. Not tonight, but yeah, very soon. Y'all check out the Sod 9 if you like Tarkov. Sod 9 stream. All right, we're gonna take a little bit of Azure here before we call it, and I'm just gonna smash this color right up in the top of her eye sockets. Just smash it in there. I'm not worried about overspill going up and over, and I'm not worried about overspill into the eyes. We will fix that up after this dries. Will I do another episode on this lady? Yeah, maybe. Will it be cursed in another 2-hour stream? Yeah, maybe. But she will be converted into a 10-minute mini. Next 10-minute mini coming out will be the Iron Elemental Timberwolf Mad Cat. Oh, yes. So for now, we got this really rough eyeshadow color in there. It needs to get cleaned up. I really should take another coat of gold while we're here. So I think we'll do that, and we'll end this here in the next couple minutes. I hope y'all have all enjoyed the evening tonight. If you're not already a member of, if you're not already a subscriber, and you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It would do a world of good. Help push my content out to more folks, and you can stay appraised of both streams and new content coming out. We do put out a video every now and then. If you really like what you're seeing, consider joining up as a member for as little as $1 a month. You can have access to a fun little badge next to your name, biscuit-based emojis, and priority consideration for community streamed events. I think the first one we're going to do is playing a funnel of Dungeon Crawl Classics in Tabletop Simulator. Play through Sailors on the Starless Sea. Should be a ton of fun, especially with new folks and community peoples. Alright. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm done, y'all. Tired. Had enough. I almost skipped stream tonight, but I can't be walking out on my Wednesday stream. So, check this space for more every Wednesday, 6 p.m. PST. We're right here doing the same thing. We sometimes do Mondays. We sometimes do Fridays. Just keep your eyes peeled for some more stuff. Maybe even a workflow live stream sometime soon. In the meantime, I've been Cameron on behalf of Country Fried Minis. I usually go for 3 hours, but 2's all I can do tonight. I'm really, really tired and want to unwind and play some video games before bed. So, catch some of y'all over in the Discord. If you're not already over there, check it out, especially if you're finding this via the algorithm. I want y'all to remember to be happy while you're painting, and of course to remember that your participation in these here events and live stream moments makes me happy while I'm painting. Anyhow, without further ado, I will catch y'all for the next one, probably Friday. Get another stream in on Friday. If I can find this thing, I'm gonna click the toodaloo button. Alright, y'all. See you later. Bye bye.